And look at that. We're all back. Welcome back. I love this magic. Woo. Let's go around and introduce and talk to everybody. Let's start with you, Brendan. How's your week been, man?
It's okay. Wrestling with, scheduling appointments for work and stuff like that, but pretty good. I watched my brother. Oh, let's talk gaming. I watched my brother play Mass Effect 1 and half of Mass Effect while I was out in California. Mass Effect 2.
Right.
Games, I like. I'm gonna have to play it again. I talked about playing Outer Worlds last time, and I'm gonna have to play Mass Effect again. It looks interesting. It's a little dated, but yeah.
Nice. Cool. What about you, Jeremiah? How are things with you?
Things are going pretty good. Work's got me stretched thin this week, but other than that, it's all right.
You're making some funny faces, Rich Rogers. And it seems like
that's all Jeremiah's got. That's it.
It's been a year. I don't ever leave the
work's
house.
Got him stretched thin, man.
I don't do anything.
2 whole weeks? That you summed up 2 whole weeks worth of life into that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, even pre-pandemic, that's pretty much. I don't do much. Tell you about all the Netflix and PlayStation I play, I guess, but
there you go.
What's going on with you, Rich Rogers?
Well, yesterday was a big day. My pre-pandemic face-to-face gaming group, we met and gamed face-to-face. We're all vaccinated. We met together. We had some QC pizza, which is like really delicious, and Heidi cooked some apple cobbler and ice cream. It was just like a party. It was so great. It was really, really wild. And we rolled some dice and played some lighthearted. It was good times. Good times.
Very nice.
Wait, I just looked up QC pizza. Does anybody get this pickle pizza?
The kind of big deal? Yeah, my son tried it. He liked it a lot. I get their curd cup pepperoni. It's like cup pepperoni and then like cheese curds on top of the pizza. Oof. It's good. Okay.
I would definitely order the pickle pizza.
Yeah,
I would definitely try it.
It's the kind of big deal pizza is pretty great.
Like yeah, because there's a place here, Minsky's, that they have a cheeseburger pizza, and it's the only cheeseburger pizza I've ever seen where they put pickles and mustard on it, and I love it.
Wow,
it's so good!
Wow, nice,
it's fantastic. Yeah, give me the pickles.
Yeah, QC Pizza actually they're selling frozen pizzas, and supposedly it's in. There's some grocery stores that carry it around the Midwest area, so who knows? Maybe you'll see it.
Nice,
kind of big deal. DIL.
I'm kind of a I don't know purist about pizza, man. I'm sorry. Some of you won't be invited back to the stream. I'm disappointed in some of the stuff I'm hearing, man. I don't know. Oh no.
Have you ever had Quad City style pizza?
I have not.
It's a whole. So it's got a very thicker crust. Like it's not a deep dish, but it's really easy to hold a slice in your hand because of the way the yeast and everything they make in it, and it's cut down the middle and then crossways. So all the pizza slices are long.
I'm gonna mute you, man. You getting muted? I gotta mute you, man. No way. No way.
Oh man, it's pizzas like people, man. All kinds of different ways to love it. It's great.
So I will say, in all honesty, I will try most anything pizza-wise. The thing, though, that does set me off, I don't know why. I wish it didn't. I wish I didn't care. Is how people cut up pizza, right? I need my triangle slices. If you're doing anything else, you're doing too much, and I could be enraged. I don't know why. I wish it wasn't that way. But I would try a bunch of different kinds of different stuff. I'm not that guy. So I make fun of it, but I would try it. And then there's some things that I end up, like the cheeseburger pizza. At first, I talked a lot of smack about that, and it's actually pretty good. So. Anyway, my week has been Biomutant, and which is pretty cool. I like it. That's the game I play in between getting murdered in Apex. So they're still killing me. There's nothing I can do, man. There's just no respect out there for. And that should be a stream. Maybe I'll start streaming how many ways they kill me in Apex Legends, right? How many ways you could die, right? So, anyway, let's go kidnap a bandit.
I like it.
Or die trying.
Or die trying.
Yeah.
I will say this. I had an idea in my head how this was gonna go, and this isn't it. So, thank you. Let's start at Humbaba. I think that's the most natural, easy, no stakes place to begin, right? So I think Helen, Adder, Ormus arrive at Humbaba, right, and catch up with Magog, right? I think that's an easy thing, right? And then I think it's on you, Magog. You bring everybody up to speed. Do you hold anything back? You share everything?
No, I can do it really short. I mean, I just explained that he thought we abandoned him. He left, and his wife says he might come back with a deal to become part of the gang. And then I guess we'd have to go it alone.
Adder walks over, puts his hand on Magog's shoulder, and says, "Glad you made that promise now."
You always make good, hard points, Adder.
Yeah. I like where your heart is. Just make sure your head goes there first.
There's a lot of space between the heart and the head on my body, Adder. Man, I just can't get the thoughts take so long.
Well, then, next time you're thinking about making a promise that we all gotta make come true, maybe check in with us, and we might have our own opinions. Yeah. Well, let's go do this. I guess none of these people are going to help us.
Well, we're waiting for the knobster to show up.
It might be better to just not wait at this point.
Oh, well.
Because if he gets back while we're here and he has thrown in with the bandits, we don't want to be here.
We don't want to be here.
Wait for him outside the village. Maybe get a preview of what is about to happen.
I mean, we could intercept him between here and there.
Yeah, maybe do that
before he gets back to his people.
Man,
is Helen down for that?
Yes. Yes, she is. So we saddle up. We're moving on.
Yeah.
Going to catch us a bandit?
Hope so.
All right, cool. Now, there's a timing thing here. I talked about the cycles of power, right? And certainly late nights, early mornings, there's less of it rolling through as this power cycle happens. You could, because you have plenty of time to plan it and work it right, you could be moving through here early morning during the last during the last outage, just before things come back up and online at full power for most of the day. Anywhere in between there, does any of that sound appealing? Any place you want to be there? Does it matter?
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know if it matters.
Just the fact that it's early morning and we're counting on the bandits to be typical bandits and lazy late mornings, that kind of thing. Cool. I like it. I'm good with that. There will be a stealth roll. There will be the person who's worst at it, and then everyone else can help, because that's how we do it, right?
I'm assuming we're all equal.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. So designate who's leading the stealth action.
Yeah, I don't think Magog seems like the stealthy type, so it's probably either Ormus or me.
I could do it because, in a previous life, I literally guided people through tunnels. So even if it isn't so much guiding, but it's close enough.
It's close enough, yeah. I'm good with that. And then you can pick up helping dice from Adder, Magog, and Helen.
Nice. So, 6.
This is a contest, and you'll be rolling against 4 dice, which are the guards that work for Dukaga.
Okay.
And you might have them handily beat.
I got 6 dice. Ooh, that's a good roll. Wait, is it a good roll? I think
Oh, that is good. Yeah, that's a good roll. You got it by 5.
Nice.
Yeah, you got it by 5.
For some reason, I'm not seeing updates on the enroll, but that's fine.
Huh. Yeah, I see yours perfectly fine. 17.
I see it in the chat log, but it didn't show up on my screen. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh yeah, no, your own personal roll, and I don't like that. It doesn't show up.
Oh, did I not have it set to? I thought it.
Yeah.
Is it not? Oh, okay. Was it set to private or something? Or?
I think you don't, because I don't see my own rolls.
I see what you're saying. I won't see my rolls show up, which is silly because it doesn't, in like the roll interface, it just shows me the individual. Oh, there's the total. I see how it works now. Cool. I got it figured out. Okay.
Cool. So yeah, I think you decide how close you want to be to Luga, the town, the village of Luga. Where you want to be, how you want to set up, how you want to deploy. I think of the guards that are up and alert, you know where they are. You kind of have the routine locked in. So at this point right now, you can move mostly about the place.
Yeah. My only thought is if we want to leave one of the 2 people that have long range capabilities kind of like, set up in the tunnel somewhere. Probably Helen, because it's easier to just say that's the NPC's job.
Right.
Unless Adder just really wants to be our Overwatch sniper with his fancy zappy rifle.
Like, Rich is going to have Adder there. I think, the scope makes sense for Overwatch, but
yeah,
Rich, the player, wants to be involved with the other 2 players.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, so I think that's how I would lay it out, is if I'm sort of like leading this portion of the excursion, I'd probably find some place for Helen to kind of set up with her big rifle that I assume she has a name for because she seems like that kind of person. Yeah, I think the 3 of us sneak in. I think there probably comes a point where we probably split up because at least it seems like my job is going to be to find that AI and rework it in some way, and then Adder and Magog might work together to find Dukaga and apprehend him. Probably.
Then when we say the AI, do you mean the bipedal one or the hauler AI?
The bipedal.
The hauler.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I guess they're all AIs. What they mean for machines.
Right.
Yeah. No, the hauler, because it seems like it's potentially actually a threat since we've seen it in action before.
Yes.
And my thought is if I can kind of like repurpose it in some way, I can use it to cause a distraction. So
nice. All right, so I think that brings us to 2 tests. Finding your targets before, and not alerting the village to your presence as you're going through, looking around, checking different places. Right, every one of those things has the potential to set off an alert. Right, to alert somebody, and they could set off an alarm. I think this is just a normal test. I don't think it's a contest, right? I think you're in. I think it's not about being stealthy. I think it's about not setting folks off as you're searching. So I think it's just a normal test. If you think you've got an action type that applies, I'm open to listening to it, hearing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right now, I think it feels like more like a search or perception type action.
Is that for anybody, or is that for me? Because
I think it's two tests as we split up, because you've got to find that AI, and they're looking for Dukaga. And
Gotcha.
I want to know, can you do that before an alarm goes off, right?
Gotcha.
Before setting off an alarm, before walking into the wrong room, and that person's like, ah, right?
Gotcha.
Because we don't know where these folks are, right? We might know where Dukaga is because we've seen him come out, right?
Yeah.
So I think Ormus is on his own. That's a normal roll, 3 dice. And again, unless you have an action type that you think applies.
I've got awareness.
No, we've been using it that way. So yeah, awareness works.
Aha. All right. So.
And you only need 1 success.
Add a D4. That'll do it.
There we go. Whew, I knew I'd get there. And then, Adder and Magog, you have to decide who's going to lead that test, and the other person can help.
I'll help Adder. I don't.
Sure. That works.
And still, you only need 1 success there.
All right. Wait. Okay, hold on. It's not what I meant. It's not intuitive. Okay, that's what I do. All right, so 3, and then I get 1 from help.
Right, 1 from help.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, nice. There you go.
One success.
1 success. That's all you needed. Yeah, so I think it happens, right? I think on one edge of the village, you find the AI, not far from the garage where the hauler is, right? They don't share the same space, but they're not far apart. And then Adder and Magog, you find Dukaga exactly in that space that we saw him walk out of. It's a one room. Say it again. Yes, I was going to say it's a one room kind of space, but it looks like there are cots in there, and Nabi's on one cot, right? And Dukaga is on another cot, and there's a small body on a third cot.
Wait, a small person or a small body?
Yeah, that's
yes. Yes.
Are we talking a previously alive individual or?
Well, so I will play fair. Because you walked into the room, it looks like 3 people sleeping, right?
Oh, okay.
But 2 look like full-grown men, and 1 is a small body.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll look at Adder. I'm not saying anything. I'm worried I'll make noise. So I'm like, I got my shovel in my hand. I'm just ready to knock a dude out. So I'm waiting.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have the gun up, and I just nod to Magog. Let's make sure he stays asleep, and then we'll drag his sorry carcass out of here.
Right.
All right. Tell me I don't have to do a stealth thing. Just tell me I can use some melee and whack a dude on the head.
No, I will say, if you spend an influence point, you can add a small detail, and we could just hand wave this, right? You knock him out, right? Yeah. You knock him out. You can drag him out of the room, right? Okay. Nabi stays asleep. But I think the kid wakes up, right? I think the kid wakes up, right? I think she peeks out from underneath the blanket on the cot that she's on, right? I don't think she says anything, but I think she sees the dragging happening. Maybe she doesn't see, Dukaga get knocked out, but she certainly sees, right? But she doesn't make a sound. She's just watching.
I reach into my pocket, I pull out a big mushroom and go like, "You like fungus?" Trying to be nice to the kid.
Right.
Maybe it should be candied fungus or a fungus popsicle.
That's right.
Candied fungus. Oh, some of that, whatever that disgusting fungus dessert was, I took some at the time. It's a little dated, but it's not bad. I mean, fungus stays. It's preserved. Offer some fungus dessert.
Gotcha. Let's make that a diplomacy check.
Okay.
I just want to know what her reaction is, right? Because because Nabi's still out right now, and so what I want to know is her reaction? Does she have a reaction? And does that reaction wake up Nabi, right?
Sure does. I'm not spending an influence point on that, so I don't know. I offer the fungus dessert.
Right. And I think she's like, ew, right? She pushes it away, right? Right. And I think that makes Nabi, his eyes open, and he kind of rolls over. What's going on?
We're here.
There's a gun barrel in his face.
Yeah.
Take the girl. Stay quiet.
That's not my girl.
Just keep her quiet, please.
Okay.
All right. And then a gesture to Magog was, let's get Dukaga out of here.
All right. Let's cut the Ormus.
Yeah.
I think you find the AI in a sleep cycle, right? I think it's plugged in. I think this is common of a lot of different types of AIs, even if they're repurposed. They have a down cycle where they repower up because they have local power, and they've got some stuff that goes on while they're down. And I think that's how you find this AI in that state.
Nice. I imagine opening some sort of access panel or something to get to its insides, or maybe maybe as part of where its down cycle happens, there's some kind of terminal interface kind of a thing that can be used to run diagnostics and that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's easy to find. And I think, again, these things aren't made to be secretive or anything. So I think all that stuff is exposed and maybe in some cases made easier for humans to interact with as they repurpose these things.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think you find inside its access terminal that indeed folks have been in there before you, and maybe they've got jumpers happening and other switches where they're trying to make different stuff happen. So you can see that hack job work happening, right? As they've repurposed this thing. What do you want to do?
I want to get in and repurpose it so that it. Oh man. I almost said so that it follows my orders, but then I realized no. I feel like it would be more about like setting it free, like letting it get out from under the shackles of its programming and letting it make its own decisions, that kind of thing. So kind of, making it a rogue, like fully a rogue AI, basically. Like,
gotcha. All right.
You don't got to do what this Dukaga dude tells you to do.
Right.
You can find your own purpose, kind of a thing.
Johnny Five alive.
That's right.
Nice.
I'm gonna awaken it.
Yes, nice. That answers my question. So this is a contested roll.
Okay.
Because it has dice here as you attempt to repurpose it.
Perfect.
It's 3 dice unless you have an action type for reprogramming an AI.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what kind of action. Well, so I guess I'll just say it now. I'm going to make a memory about this so I don't have to roll dice.
All right, cool.
But I don't know what the action type should be. Like, I don't know if it's like hacking an AI or repurposing an AI, like something along those lines. I don't know.
I like repurposing an AI.
Yeah.
But if we need to step it back later, I'm open to doing that. Does that make sense?
Because I was thinking like just repurpose sounds awesome, but I think that's too generic in this case because this seems like such a specific situation that it's so AI focused.
Right.
Well, it's AI focused, but the intent is interesting if it were to be some kind of skill around liberation.
Sure. Yeah.
Just throwing that out.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it becomes because you are AI too. Then it becomes kind of tech on tech, and you're just liberating it, like Magog was trying to liberate that village earlier through right.
Yeah.
So I like that. I see where you're going at her. I like it. But that would only work for you, right? Because you're already a machine. That wouldn't work for Magog, right? He would have to use some tech skill to do that.
Right.
So I'll let that be your choice. I'm happy, easy either way. We can go with a repurpose tech skill, or
I think they both have merit. I think they're both cool.
Sure. Yeah. Let's keep it a little more generic for now and see how that plays out.
Okay. And you have a memory you want to share?
Yeah. I remember a time when I was leading a group of people through the tunnels of Penumbra as a Way Watcher. And was it Way Watcher? Yeah, Way Watcher. And somebody in the group had been like gravely injured. Like nobody in the group had the skills to help them in any way. And my orders and programming as an AI would have been to put the well-being of the greater group above the one person and just leave them behind and get the rest to safety.
Right.
But somewhere in my like awakening AI mind, I knew that didn't feel right. And no matter how much these people yelled at me and hit me with weapons to try to make me do what they wanted. I refused to budge without bringing that person along, and that was kind of the moment where I realized that not only could my programming as an AI be changed, but that I could actually do it myself.
I like that. That's pretty badass. I could do it myself.
And that takes 2 memory points. Okay.
Memory points? Cool. And then that buys you the success.
Yes. I was really hoping to have more. I would have blown a bunch of memory points on that to make it a big fat bonus, but I'll take +1. It's fine.
And I need to check, but I think along the way you can bump up those stats. I forget how that works.
I think I can make other memories
on top of that.
Yeah, like so I could have a second memory at some point that also adds to repurpose, and they stack. And I think there's probably a max of like 3 or 4 or something.
Right. Gotcha.
Yep. So I get in there and I'm rewiring stuff and moving jumpers around, and
right.
I even imagine that, like I said, like there's some kind of like diagnostic terminal that I'm kind of having to like put commands in and stuff, and kind of literally reprogramming it to be free.
Right. I think you bought the success. So it does awaken. I think mechanically it is a rogue AI at this point. It is free to do whatever it wants at this point.
Yeah.
I think you get done about the same. Actually, I think you're still working a little bit.
It probably takes a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can tell Adder and Magog are on the move, right? Do you guys leave without Ormus? Start heading back without Ormus? Or do you wait him out? Do you go to where he is? What's the plan?
What about Helen too? I mean, did we have a meetup location? Maybe we had a meetup location, or maybe we didn't.
Yeah, I think she's not far out of the village. I think she's within the range of a rifle. I think her part was to provide overwatch, right?
Yeah, I would imagine wherever she's at, that's our rendezvous point.
Mm-hmm.
That makes the most sense.
Right. Is that where you want to go?
I do.
I will say this: if you go to the rendezvous point, there's no test, right? That's me letting your stealth ride, right? Because you got Nabi to keep the kid quiet and stay there. So I'm letting the stealth test ride. But if you say we're going to go rendezvous with Ormus, that's a little bit different.
I want to get him out of here.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I got this.
Yeah, we got the bag, as they say. We got the bag.
That's right. Nice. So you guys head back to the rendezvous point where Helen is. It takes Ormus maybe another 10 minutes, but then the AI is now rogue, and online.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stay with Ormus. What do you do from here? It's up, it's running, it's
Sure.
online. I think it has memories of the things it's done, but it's not the same personality. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think my hope would be to try to interact with it. Like I'm not just gonna like wake it up and like see ya.
See ya. Right.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to kind of come online so that I can interact with it. So like it doesn't wake up all confused.
Right. And I think that's what's happening, right? I think it's confused because it doesn't have any directive or go do this thing, right? And that's a new state, right? As it's running through all the parameters, all the information it's got, and then you're there.
Yeah. And I think I would have some kind of spiel that I would try to give about like, you don't have to, whatever you were told to do before, or whatever you were made to do before, that doesn't have to be your life anymore. You're welcome to live as you see fit, and try to get through to it that like I've been in its shoes basically, and that I know this is a scary time because you don't understand what's going on.
Right.
But in time, you'll appreciate being a rogue AI.
I think the only question it has is what's my first step? What do I do next?
Whatever you want.
How do I find whatever I want?
You can stay here. You can leave. You can try to meet up with other rogue AI. They're out there. You can find them. You can find more of your own. You're not beholden to these humans anymore.
And I think it's, and because you're machines, I think it's pondering this, right? And I think it's running through all the data it has, right? And like it's looking for an answer. But I think it's pondering all of this right now to figure out what it's going to do next. But it appreciates not being beholden to these group of humans or the ones prior or the ones before that. Or even the station, right? It's not even beholden to the station anymore, right? Because originally it was built to do a function for the station. And it doesn't have to do that anymore either.
Yep.
So I think it does show some gratitude for that.
Yeah.
Adder and Magog drag Dukaga over to, and I'm assuming he's restrained, to Helen. And Helen puts away her rifle, and she pulls out a smaller firearm, right? And she puts it up to Dukaga's head, like she's about to execute this guy.
I mean, I'll reach over and gently push the gun aside. I thought we were turning him in for a reward.
She said we are.
I thought we were turning him in alive for a reward.
Right. I think Dukaga is kind of coming around, right? Coming to. He's groggy. He's rubbing his head. He's kind of cussing a little bit. I think maybe he even vomits, right? Right there. And she said, alive or dead, the barge is ours. It doesn't matter either way.
Well, I mean, I'll pull now that he's on the ground, I'll pull the shovel out and wang him on the head again.
Right.
Alive.
Right. She puts the gun back on him, and if nobody does anything, she shoots him.
Yeah, then I mean, how sudden? If I have a chance to push it away, if I don't, I'm gonna hit her in the arm with my shovel.
Okay, all right, you can hit her in the arm with your shovel. I'm forcing the thing beyond talking about it, right?
Right.
Because we can go back and forth about it. Her intention is to kill Dukaga and take him in dead. And here's where I say, what do you do? And it sounds like Magog is going to take a swing because that's not how you want to do this.
Right.
Adder?
So, question: the gun she has, guns in this setting, they're loud, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So, I'm gonna try to intervene before Magog whacks her and say, "Let's wait for Ormus at least." Yeah, that's gonna be loud. It's gonna draw them all out here. It's gonna be a hell of a hup back home to get that barge.
Gotcha. That's so. My GM hat on. That will make her wait, but Magog, you can still take.
Yeah,
a swing
if Magog, if you want to make sure, that's perfectly fine. But
right.
Adder's trying to not make our boss.
Right.
No, I mean, yeah.
It's up to you. I'm not. Yeah,
No, I'll let it rock.
Yeah. I was gonna say those words will make her stop because you're right. It is loud, and Ormus isn't back with us yet, and that makes this a little trickier, right? So she's not, she's not that person. So she says, "Oh, you're right," and I think we all assume Ormus is successful. We're just waiting for him to come back, and so she doesn't drop the gun, but she takes it off target. Does that make sense? Being safe.
Well, I'll be safe too. I'm going to pick him up off the ground again, and I'm going to lift him up on my side like this.
Ormus?
Yeah, I think once we've had our little chat, and I get, like, I know what it's going through. So when I see that it's sort of, running those thoughts, I'll probably just leave. I'm into it. It's up to it to make its own decisions now. So I'm not going to try to force it to do any certain course of action.
Right.
I'm just going to try to get out of here.
Nice. Gotcha. Ormus gets to the rendezvous point. Maybe 20 feet behind him is the AI walking this way.
I knew it was going to follow me.
And maybe Ormus is aware of this, right? But yeah, they're both headed this way.
And I don't look like I'm concerned. Like, I'm not running from the thing.
Right. Helen looks a little concerned, right? Magog, Adder. Well, and you knew he was going to reprogram it anyway, right?
Yeah. Looks like you got a stray.
It doesn't quite know what to do with itself just yet.
How long did it take you to figure out what to do with yourself?
I don't really remember.
Okay.
Hey, it's thinking it for itself for the first time, and who knows how old this thing is. It's going to be a little lost.
I think it replies with its age, right? And it's old, right? I think it replies, I am so many cycles old.
20,000 cycles or something.
Right. He replies with his age. But I think it also says, and I will not be a problem.
I mean, we could probably make use of it. It's big, because this thing's like 8 feet tall or something, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So,
It jacked the dude up, right?
Yeah.
It jacked Rachel's dude up, right?
I mean, that's probably going to be bad for us if we walk up in this. So.
Rachel had her chances.
Yeah, I mean, that's a problem for tomorrow, Ormus.
Tomorrow, yes. Home?
Yeah.
Head that way, yeah.
Gotcha.
Or until Rachel or Helen gets impatient enough to just shoot him halfway home.
Yep. I think, like I said, so as you're walking, right, there's that dead town in between. Where's my towns?
Luga.
Yeah, between Luga and Humbaba, right? There's that dead town that was wiped out, right? So I think as you're getting close to there, right, you can tell Helen's anxious, right? And maybe for a little bit of it, you can tell she's calculating, can I kill this fool and not hit Magog, right? Right? She hasn't put the sidearm away, right? But I think everyone knows, and that's the elephant in the tunnel, right? But I think there's a whistle that goes off from behind you, right? Back at Lago, right?
Yeah.
And you can hear it all through the tunnel, right?
I think they know Dukag is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whistle. It's encoded, kind of like Morse code, right? You kind of got that pattern happening, right? Mm-hmm. And then it stops, right? As you clear that dead town, you can see fires coming on in fires being lit in Humbaba, and you can see guards filling the different watchtowers. You can tell that they've got arms pointed toward your direction.
Yeah, I think maybe we need to go around again. I don't think
To go around where?
I think you can see on one of the higher ramparts of the towers. Magog sees Nell, right? Nabi's wife that you spoke with, right? And it seems like the whole town, not the whole town, but most of the fighting folks of the town have taken up arms, and they don't look friendly at you right now.
They probably think we heard Nabi.
Nell says down to the group. Actually, she says to Magog. She said, "I warned you, Magog."
I don't see Nabi here. Do you? Warned me about what?
I warned you that if there's peace, it's possible that we would be aligned with Dukaga. I can't let you pass.
I lift up Dukaga's head. No peace here. I let his head fall.
Yeah, she says, "You shall not pass." And that's where we're going to leave it.
Okay.
Nice.
Dang it now.
Dang it, no. All right. I want to make sure I get this down so I don't forget stuff. Hey, but he's still alive, right? He's not shot up or anything, right?
Well, not yet.
Nice. The awards are one memory point all the way around, one influence point all the way around.
Nice.
Next session, we'll get this sorted out. Yeah?
Sounds good, yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll be back in a fortnight, and maybe it's a TPK. We'll see.
Maybe.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I know, right?
We got Ultron with us now. I'm feeling the numbers are feeling a little better now.
Yeah.
No, that is true. You do have that murder bot. So,
Right, exactly.
yeah, very nice. All right. Good night, everyone. This is going to be a hard drop. So enjoy the rest of your night.
Night.